All right. So good morning, everybody. Thank you to DoraHacks and Moonbeam for the opportunity to show Orbiter8, our massively multiplayer space game. So Orbiter8, imagine a game that you can play in 10,000 years. So currently, the state of Web3 games and blockchain games make a promise about things like true ownership, but they don't really meet that promise. Most of the games that you see today use some sort of centralized components somewhere in the stack. And when those centralized components eventually go down, all of the assets related to the game are going to end up being tokens that don't point to anything at all. So what we've built is a truly decentralized game. Our intention is for this game to be able to be played well into the future as long as the networks upon which they are deployed still exist. So we've been working on this game since 2018, and we broke the project down into 4 major milestones. Currently, we have released what we call Demo 3. And Demo 3 is the third of 4 steps until we reach what we consider to be an MVP. The first demo that we released in 2019 introduced the galaxy. The second one introduced the bodies in the galaxy. And Demo 3 introduces a trade system. Our final demo will introduce a system of warring. So for today's presentation, I'm going to dive right into the game and show what the game experience is like. On our boot up screen here, you'll see that we have been deployed to a total of 9 different test networks. We are on currently Moonbase and Moonriver. And the opportunity to explore Moonriver has been pretty exciting for us. As we look at a multi-chain future, we want to be able to transfer various assets from chain to chain. And as we're looking at bridges, it's a little bit nerve-wracking to see the current state of the technology that's used to build bridges. Moonriver, thankfully, is built on the Polkadot network, and we feel very confident about the future of building bridges on those networks. It's very exciting for us. For the purpose of today's demo, I will be running against a local node so that the transactions are a little bit snappier and we're able to go through the presentation just a little bit quicker. So I'll dive into the game. For our onboarding, every player of the game needs to have an avatar, a pilot name. So we're going to register our avatar name first, and we will be Spike. I'm going to file my registration, and you may not be able to see the MetaMask pop up on my screen, but I'm confirming the transaction now, and the registration is going into the network. I am now a registered pilot, and I have the opportunity to claim my ship. In Demo 3, everybody gets a ship. Everybody gets 1 ship, and the ships are free. In Demo 4, you'll be able to manage a fleet of multiple ships. But for now, we're going to call this ship Bebop. So let's take off. I'm confirming my transaction, and my ship is ready. If you leave and come back to the game once you've registered, this is the screen you'll be presented with. You'll be able to dive straight back into where you left off in the game world. Let's take command. And here's Bebop currently circling planet Earth. The initial star system that you begin in is our home world. There are all of our planets that you've become accustomed to, and each of these planets has surrounding it a little space station. Because our our solar system has been built out and it's been overpopulated and it's full of people, you'll find that all of the planets have these space stations around them with ports of trade. And these ports of trade are going to be our primary, what you might call a grind loop in the game. You'll run around from ports carrying various goods in your cargo holds, making trades to earn the in-game credit. The in-game credit is an ERC20 token, and it is tradable outside the game, viewable in your wallet. So in this case, we'll sell one of our fuel ores that we have on board, and we'll buy 2 of these organics. We'll make the trade. I'm being presented with my MetaMask wallet. I'm confirming the trade. And now it's being filed to the network. That trade is complete, and we have now earned a total of 50 in-game credits on that trade. As we look across the solar system here and the various planets, each planet has a starport with a different collection of goods for sale and for purchase. And as these markets deplete, the prices adjust over time, and you can continue to make various trades and gain money until you are ready to move on to other aspects of gameplay. And in this case, one of those aspects could be upgrading your ship. Your ship comes equipped naturally with 5 cargo holds, but for 250 credits, you can add more cargo holds and continue to scale up your ability to move more and more goods across the solar system. So earning the credits is well and good, and zipping around our solar system is interesting, but what if you want to go somewhere else? What if you want to explore the rest of space? Well, good news. The Orbiter8 is the very first ship in history that has the capacity to do an orbital shift jump from our sun to another sun. So the rest of the galaxy, for the very first time in human history, is unlocked. We are now able to build our empires across other parts of space. So let's take a look at where we can go. Initially, we have all of these neighboring stars that we can visit. None of them have ever been visited before. They're all named Unexplored Star. So let's jump on over to number 7. Confirm transaction, and I'm on my way. Our little wait screen prompts us with a little bit of information about the game. Now, the game is played at the natural cadence of the network that you're on. So those transaction times will be relevant to whatever transaction times you have become accustomed to. And here we are in a new star system. No one has ever been here before. This star system currently contains 7 planets. We also have the opportunity, since we are the first ones here, to rename the star itself. And everyone who comes through will see that this is our star and that we've named it. The planets themselves do need to be claimed individually. And as you do, you also get to choose the name of that star. So we'll claim, the name of that planet. We'll claim this planet. We'll call it Tiny. And MetaMask is prompting me for the transaction, and I'm confirming. Now, claiming a planet actually is done through an NFT ERC-721 interface. So this planet is a token that can be traded on open marketplaces such as OpenSea. Once you own a planet, there are things you can do with it. The credits that we've been earning can be used not only to upgrade our ship, but to also upgrade our planets. And in this case, we can build a space station if we have 10,000 credits available to do so. Once you've built a space station, other users can come through and trade at your port. And when those users trade at your port, there will be a small fraction of the credits from that trade that will go into your account. So you'll be able to earn passive in-game credits once you've built up your ports. We also have a rudimentary chat interface. You have a list of ships in your system, which currently I'm the only one. And you can always jump back to your ship when you need to. So let's jump back to our home solar system real quick. Now, the universe is on what they call a directed graph. And in the game world, what this means is not all stars are the same. You may be able to jump from one star to another, but the star that you're at may not be large enough to jump back. So sometimes you'll have to find your pathways through space. All of the star systems are dynamically generated. When we just visited that star, all of the planets that were in that system were created for the first time and written to the blockchain. And the neighboring stars around that were written to the blockchain. So what this does is it democratizes the cost of writing this data to the chain, and it provides a near infinite universe for gamers to explore. These are the general features that are available in Orbiter8 Demo 3 right now. We are working on Demo 4 currently, and we're going to introduce a lot more interesting gameplay when we do. We hope that folks will want to follow along, and we're gamers, and we built this game to be fun. We didn't build it to be a vehicle for profit or investment. We're doing this to make something that's entertaining, and all of the economics, they just follow along naturally. We hope everybody